Alien vs Predator from Capcom is in my opinion the pinnacle of side-scroller beat-em-ups. You are first treated to an awesome opening scene where we are introduced to 2 of our 4 protagonists fighting off a horde of aliens. Just as they're about to become xenomorph lunch, do they eat? I don't know, whatever. Predators arrive on the scene. The Predators offer an alliance, with a line of dialogue strangely similar to something out of Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live.
Fun fact, the guy that plays Bishop, along with Bill Paxton, are the only 2 actors to have ever been killed by a Predator, an Alien, and a Terminator.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
After the intro scene, the mayhem can begin. You choose either one of the 2 human cyborg characters, or one of the 2 Predators. And will you look at that? The big guy with the robot arm is called Dutch Schaefer. As in 1987's Predator Dutch Schaefer, Arnie.
It's all bullshit! All of it!
I like to think Weyland-Yutani found out about Arnie's little Predator encounter.
Come on, kill me! I'm here! Come on! Do it now!
Cloned him.
Alright, attach it to his shoulder.
And slapped an oversized robotic arm on him, with a built-in smart gun for good measure.
You're gonna be a bad motherfucker.
After you pick your character, the game starts and you get to kill aliens till the streets run yellow with acid. The first stage drops you into the xeno-infested streets of San Dread. And when I say infested, I mean infested. There are literally dozens of these aliens on screen for you to kill. These xenos are pretty easy and give you a great opportunity to test your character's moves. Unlike most of Capcom's beat-em-ups, in AVP, each character has a ranged weapon that can be used at any time. It has a power bar that recharges over time, but that fills up pretty fast. They all have similar moves, with enough variation to make them feel unique. Apart from the standard attacks you'd expect from a game like this, you also have some special attacks that really give the combat in this game a dynamic feel. At the end of the first stage, you face the first boss, the Chrysalis. An oversized alien that has a bulky armored head and can roll itself into a ball to attack. Speaking of diverse aliens, there are quite a few variations of the standard Xeno warrior. There are stalker aliens that headbutt you, aliens with huge claws, arachnid aliens, fishnet aliens, and of course the giant alien queen. Oh, and then there's the chest bursters. I hate these damn things. You can never hit them with your standard attacks. You got a small chance of hitting them with your ranged attack, but they're just a hassle. Later in the game you also fight human enemies, because, surprise! Weyland-Yutani Corp is trying to use the Predators to create biological weapons. Wow, to catch a Predator.
Hansen versus Predator.
I'm Chris Hansen, and you are going to help me catch predators again.
Very brave. Yes, old Weyland-Yutani fits right in with the big guys, such as Cyberdyne, OCP, Facebook, and Umbrella Corp. To combat these intergalactic a-holes, you get to use the weapons we've all come to love from the Aliens and Predator movies, such as the Smart Gun, Pulse Rifle, Flamethrower, the Predator Disc and Spear, and a handful of generic Capcom weapons. The well-known Alien and Predator weapons all look just like their movie counterparts, which gives the game a genuine feel. It always struck me as weird though that the Pulse Rifle is much more effective than the Smart Gun, but that's just nitpicking. Another great feature of this game is that you can shoot your enemies while they're down. This works especially well on bosses. This game also has some nice gore in it. Nothing over the top, but still very satisfying. The best part is when the leader of the Weyland-Yutani forces gets it. That's one hell of a way to lose weight. I love this stout little bastard. He may look like a chubbier version of Danny DeVito, but he has balls of steel.
I've got balls of steel.
If a Predator or a Yautja walked up to me, I'd probably cry and shit myself a little.
Shit everywhere.
Not General Bush here, and I did not make that name up, by the way. He just grabs his sidearm and starts blasting at your feet. Now that's balls, ladies and gents.
Balls of steel.
But yeah, then he gets impaled and split in half. Fun fact, did you know the guy who made the AVP movie also made Event Horizon? Yes, old Paul W.S. Anderson made the best and the worst sci-fi movies ever. Again, this is not my opinion. These are hard facts. You can take that shit to the bank. Anywho, after you have killed the second Queen Alien, it's time to call it a day. Dodge programs the ship they're on to crash on Sandred, where its warp core will overload and take out the xenomorph infestation. And half of the citizens of the US, judging by the size of that explosion. Now I realize, desperate times call for desperate measures. But damn son, I think this may be worse than a bunch of aliens infesting one city. Don't expect a hero's welcome, Dutch. If I were in, I'd ask to join Team Predator. The one thing that slightly disappointed me was that we didn't get to fight a Pred alien. Speaking of unusual Xenos, did you guys ever see that Alien Resurrection film? There was a weird human-alien hybrid in there that had human genitalia. The studio didn't like that idea, but the prop was already built, so they had to digitally castrate the poor thing after filming. Oh yeah, Josh Whedon co-wrote that movie, so check it out. Come on y'all, it's the guy that wrote Buffy.
Down at last.
Buff, give me a heart attack.
And Angel, and Firefly, and The Avengers, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Dollhouse, and Serenity, and Cabin in the Woods, and untitled Josh Whedon WW2 Horror Project. So you know it's good. Well, that just about wraps up my review on the AVP game.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
There's actually quite a few of these Alien vs Predator games. Some good, some bad. Rebellion made a pretty good game for the Xbox 360. But then there's this AVP game on SNES that's worse than Ebola. There's a ton of comics, 2 movies, a shitload of merchandise, and a show on Dateline about an alien catching predators. But I just love this game, cause it saved an awesome idea. So forget about those crappy movies. This should have been the movie. So let's wrap it up.
You better wrap it up.
I'd like to thank you all for checking out my AVP review. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to check out our channel for other reviews. If you have suggestions or would like to see a specific review, make sure to leave a comment. Oh, and hit that like button. Even if you don't like it. What do you care?
Do it!
Just
Come
do
on!
it!
Come on! Do it now!
Anyway, thanks for watching you guys.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.